Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pampered Chef Live, our weekly live cooking demo. I'm Michael, I'm your moderator. And where are you joining from tonight? Post in the chat, let us know. And if you're here because a consultant invited you, we love to know that. So share an emoji reaction letting us know. How are you feeling tonight? How are you? Wherever you're coming from, however your week has been so far, we're really glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. So during the next 30 to 45 minutes or so, we'll be joining Karen from her home kitchen as she teaches us how to take the scary out of baking with festive treats and some delicious things that are going to be easy to make and serve. So after the cooking demo, we'll be selecting 3 attendees for giveaways. And if you're watching on Facebook, be sure to register for the event right away through Zoom so you can be eligible for tonight's drawing. For the last part of the event, we'll have a personal Q&A time with Karen about the recipe and the products she used, as well as some frequently asked questions about her experience as a consultant. So make sure you stick around for that. Some final housekeeping notes before we get started. There is a recipe handout that has the recipes that will be featured tonight and a list of the products that are featured. And that came in the email, the reminder email that you got from Zoom earlier today. And you'll also get it again about an hour or so after the event in an additional email. So be sure to look for that, find that recipe handout, and that can be your guide for the event. Second of all, when the event ends in Zoom, you will find a survey link. And we want your feedback, and we'll be selecting one winner from the survey for an additional bonus giveaway on top of the 3 giveaways that we're doing. So we really want to hear your thoughts. So if you'd be willing, fill out that survey, look for that at the end of the event. It helps us out a lot. And if you have a question that you would like Karen to answer, drop it in the key Q&A feature here in Zoom, which is different than the normal chat feed. And our staff will be answering questions and saving a few questions for Karen to answer later. Lastly, if the Zoom chat is getting too busy for your liking, you can always mute it by clicking into the chat and look for the arrow that says stop showing chat preview and uncheck that, or maybe it doesn't say the word stop, but just uncheck it. You'll find it. Poke around in there, turn that chat off so you can just kick back and relax. And that's what I'm going to do now. So we're going to kick back and relax with Karen. I'm so excited. So take it away, Karen. Let's get cooking.
Thank you, Michael. I am so excited to be here. You guys have no idea. I have been watching Pampered Chef Live since they started. So this is such a dream to be able to do this with you guys. So just a little background about myself. So I have been with Pampered Chef for 4 years. I am married to my husband, Rob. We have been married for 25 years and we have 3 children. They are actually out farming right now. But we registered for our wedding 25 years ago. And who would have thought 25 years later, here I am, still loving Pampered Chef, still doing this. So I'm super excited. Why it took me till just 4 years ago to sign and do this, I have no idea. I wish I would have done it a long time ago. Of course, I've always loved the products, but now I am here because I enjoy being in the kitchen. I enjoy the community of friends that I have met through this business. It is amazing. So we are going to make 2 recipes tonight. So just a little thing, when you think about fall, I think about pumpkins and apples and all of those great things, right? So why not have 2 recipes, one with pumpkin and one with apple? So we're going to start with our apple recipe. It is going to be an apple crisp. So we are going to be using our gorgeous stoneware piece tonight. This is our round stone baker. You guys, this thing is gorgeous. So I can't wait for you to see the finished results. So first we're going to start with our apples. I saved a little bit of time and got started on them, but we're going to use our core here. You guys, this thing is amazing. All you got to do is push down and give it just a little twist, and there is your core right through there. So we're going to do that 2 times. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, most of these products go in the dishwasher. And if you know anything about me, I'm a huge dishwasher safe girl. And so that's why I love Pampered Chef. They make so much of their things that can go in the dishwasher. We are going to use our pivoting peeler. Why is this called the pivoting peeler? Because this pivots. How amazing is that? You can use it whichever direction works best for you, okay? So I'm going to peel these while you watch me. How exciting, right? So that's why I peeled the other ones first. I love this pivoting peeler, just like so many of our utensils you can use with either if you're left-handed or right-handed. I don't know if we have any lefties out there. My son is a lefty. And so is our founder, Doris Christopher, which is why she created so many of these products to work either way. I love that fact that you can use it left-handed or right-handed. Sorry, I got a little extra piece in there. The other amazing thing, you guys, with this pivoting peeler is look how thin that peels the skin right off. You are not wasting any apples at all there, okay? So let me get this one finished. But yes, my son is left-handed and we give him a hard time all the time because he starts from the wrong side of the pan. So to us, the wrong side of the pan. But yes, okay, so after we get these all peeled, then we're going to use our quick slice to slice these to put in our stoneware. Okay, just about done, sorry. All right, let's get this out of the way. Then we are going to use my absolute favorite knife, you guys. This is the Santuco knife. I use this anywhere from cutting my apple to cutting chicken. This thing, if you can only invest in one good knife, oh my gosh, this is it. I love it. So I'm going to cut these in half, and then we are going to use our quick slice. This right here has serrated edges, so it makes it really nice and easy to cut. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, you're just going to lay it on there, and you're going to line this up, and you're just going to kind of rock the boat a little bit, right? There you go. There's your pieces. We're going to do that with all the pieces here. So with your stoneware, you don't necessarily need to like grease your pan or anything. But in all honesty, here is a little tip. When you guys use any of our bakeware, do not use an aerosol spray. Either use our spritzer or our basting brush, because otherwise it leaves such a film on your pans. Any pans, you don't want that. Okay, so there we go. We have everything peeled and cut. Let me get this out of our way. Okay, so here is our gorgeous piece. And like I said, we're just going to put a little bit of oil in there. This is our oil and vinegar dispenser. I love this. It has the little measurements on the side. Takes where you don't have to use another measuring spoon or anything. But tonight we're not really measuring. You just do a little squeeze and a little oil fills in there. And I'm just going to drizzle a little in there. Use our basting brush and just kind of add a little oil around the edges here. All right, how simple is that, right? Now we're going to take all these apples slices and line them up in our pan. So a little tidbit about the apples I'm using tonight, we are using Granny Smith apples. They are actually known to be the most tart apple. And the good thing about that is it makes it great for baking. It's considered to be the best baking apple. There is actually something like 7,200 varieties of apples. Isn't that crazy? So they range anywhere from your tart to your really sweet. And I think Fuji apples is your sweetest. So I don't know what your guys' favorite apple is. Are you guys a tart apple? Are you a sweet apple? What's your favorite? The variety is all over. How do you guys pick out your apples? Do you have a certain way that you pick them out? Do you just go and pick them up, or you got something favorite? Okay, so these are just about all in here. You can line them real pretty, but honestly, it's all gonna get covered. Doesn't matter, right? Okay, so pretty simple. Just stack it all in there. So since I did this ahead of time, just a little piece of knowledge. If you ever notice that your apples start to brown, what you can do is, if you're not going to use them right away, or you're going to put them in like a charcuterie board, they turn brown because they hit oxygen, right? So what you do is you kind of soak them in a little bit of like an acid juice, like pineapple juice or something like that, or orange juice, apple juice, things like that. So that way it kind of coats it and then it's not going to hit that oxygen and turn on you. Okay, so now we need to add our crust to the top, right? So we have our batter bowl. You guys, I love this batter bowl. So did you know that this can actually go into the oven up to 350 degrees, which means you can bake a cake in here. I only have boys, but I have nieces and I love to spoil them. So you can actually bake a cake in here. And when you flip it over, you can put your little Barbie doll in there and decorate it with a beautiful dress and you can make a little doll cake. How fun, right? Okay, so we are going to add our ingredients for this. So we have to add some graham crackers. We want to crush our graham crackers. You guys, this is a new fall product. I absolutely love this new electric twist and chop. The blade in here not only twists, but it goes up and down. So it gets everything. I don't have to worry that it's plugged in and I'm touching this because it will not start unless this lid is locked in place. So no worries there. So we are just going to take 8 graham crackers and put them in here to chop them up, okay? So I don't know if all 8 are going to fit at first to the fill line. So we will see what we can do here. I think we're going to make it. All right, let's put this lid on. Hopefully you guys can hear me once it gets mixed in. Sometimes the noise wants to cancel me out. So I'm just going to pulse it a couple times till it's the consistency we want. One more for the major. I did too. You know, why not, right? Okay, take this off. Take a look. Doesn't that look awesome? So easy, you guys. So easy. Okay, we are going to put this in here, our graham cracker crumbs. Did I mention this is dishwasher safe too? Guys, I love dishwasher safe items. Okay, so we have that in here. And then we're going to add some brown sugar. We have 3/4 cup brown sugar. I don't know if you're aware, but whenever you measure brown sugar, you want to have it packed. Your brown sugar is packed. I always think of sugar, yum. I want as much as I can get, pack that, right? The next thing we're going to add is 1/2 cup of our oats. This is our easy to read measuring cup. You guys will love this. You can set it down. You can read it as you're measuring it. No squatting down. No exercising, getting your squats in, right? Okay, then we have 1/2 cup of flour. With flour, you don't want to pack it like you do your sugar. You want to kind of just scoop it in, kind of tap it, and spread across the top. So that way you're not packing your flour. All right. And then we have our cinnamon plus. We have to add our cinnamon. I don't know about you guys, but the smell of fall, I think of cinnamon. I smell cinnamon and I think of fall. We have our measuring spoon here. We're going to do 1.5 teaspoons with maybe a little, just a smidge more because why not, right? Measure that stuff with your heart. Okay, we're going to get this mixed. When you guys think of fall, what kind of activities do you think? I always think of sitting around the campfire. I know there's a lot of people that go to pumpkin patches, corn mazes. I know once my guys get done in the field and things start settling down for them, we are going to be having some campfires. They're all about that. All right, get that nice and stirred. And then ahead of time, I already took 1/3 cup of butter and I melted that in the microwave in our 1 cup prep bowl, which I love these. They come with a lid so you can use them for leftovers. You can use them for anything you're starting ahead of time and putting away. So there's our butter. Just going to add that in there. And just a little piece of advice. it's not gonna look like there's enough in there. Trust the recipe. Believe it or not, that is enough butter. When you're mixing it, you think, oh, that's still dry. It's not going to be enough. Once it gets cooking and everything, that's going to be awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you could smell this in my kitchen right now, butter, sugar, cinnamon, what is there not to love, right? Okay, and you may wonder that I'm gonna have to put this in the oven, and are my apples gonna be done before this Zoom tonight? It sure is, but it's not going in the oven, it's going in the microwave. That is one awesome thing about our stoneware. We can plop that in the microwave. Okay, so there you go. Can you guys see that? I know you can't smell it, but oh my gosh, delicious. Okay, we are gonna scoop this all on here. I don't want to miss any because that's the best, right? That topping, oh, so good. Okay. Now, I don't want to miss any of that. I'm using my favorite scraper, you guys. This is the mix and scraper. It's the curved edge. Are you guys more of a curved edge person or the straight scrapers? I like the curved. I can get every little bit in there. All right, so check that out. What do you think? We're going to put this in the microwave for, I think it's 12 minutes. Yep, 12 minutes. Okay, so hopefully you guys can still hear me with that running. Get rid of our dishes here. And how amazing, right? All this goes in the dishwasher. Okay, now it's time to move on to the apple portion. Are you guys team pumpkin? Or I'm sorry, are you, now we're going to the pumpkin part. Are you team apple or are you team pumpkin? Maybe you'll have to decide when we're done. Okay, so we are gonna make an amazing cupcake that only requires just 2 ingredients plus water. So we are gonna use a box spice cake. Doesn't get any easier than that, you guys. All right, so we are gonna put this in our deluxe stand mixer bowl. And to open this, I'm gonna use my little bag clip. You guys, this is awesome. So like, you know, your guys are using their chips at night, you can just close it, but you can also use this to open it. It has that little extra piece. Just gonna slide that right across, and we're gonna pour this in our bowl. And you wanna talk about good smells in the kitchen. Spice cake, yum. Okay, we have that. And then we're gonna add 1 can of pumpkin. So I have my can opener. And yes, this is the old version. The new version is in my camper. So I'm using the old version because it still works. So why not? Okay, once I crank that off, then I'm going to use the little pincher to remove my lid. The best part about the Pampered Chef can opener is no sharp edges, you guys. That is huge. And it's kind of funny because when I go somewhere, I don't know how to use any other can opener. I'm like, somebody needs to open this can because it's not my can opener. Okay, now I'm going to use my spatula again, my scraper. I always use it, I always call it a spatula, but it's technically a scraper. Do you guys do that too? I don't know what you call it. It's a good thing you can see so you know what I'm talking about, huh? All right. Yum. Now we're just going to add 1/4 cup of water. And that is it. That's all you're adding. We're going to put it in our mixer. Okay, and this is going to be the beater that I'm going to use. You guys, this is my favorite, absolute favorite. It has this little scraper edge on it, so it gets everything around your bowl. You don't have to stop and kind of keep scraping and getting everything down in it. This is awesome. Who has our deluxe stand mixer already? Do you guys have this? Amazing. All right, we're going to turn it on, and we're going to turn it to mix for a minute and a half. Okay, you guys may struggle to hear me with this on, I don't know. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing for the next step, but it is, I already have liner in our cupcake pan, okay? And I'm just going to kind of grease them a little bit so it helps the cake batter get out. So I'm gonna do that while the mixer's going. So bear with me for a minute and a half. Put in the comments like what your guys' favorite activity is to do this fall, because there are so many great things out there. All right, here we go. Okay, all done. And the nice thing about our mixer is you can actually walk away and it will stop on its own. So no worries. All right, gonna clean this beater off because we don't want to miss any of this goodness, you guys. We want to get as much of that as we can. I don't know, when my kids were little, they would be standing here until I was done so they could lick the beaters. That was always, it was always an argue, like who was going to get to lick the beaters. They're older now, they don't do that anymore. Okay, so we're going to use our large scoop. This is going to be perfect. Again, this works left or right-handed, so no worries there. Doris Christopher, our founder, is left-handed, so she made sure we could all use this stuff. All right, so we're just going to scoop this in here. The one thing that I found with this recipe is the shape that this goes in is the shape that they come out. It doesn't settle a whole lot, so keep that in mind if you want them to be really pretty on top. So just kind of keep them smooth with your scoop and don't touch them too much once they go in. I already preheated my oven, so no worries there, that's already going. I don't know, are you guys pumpkin pie fans? My guys love pumpkin pie, but sometimes I think not as much as the Cool Whip on top, right? Okay, 2 more scoops here. And then with the amazing television talent here, the magic of television, right? We're gonna have some done. So I can show you how easy it is to frost them. We have our amazing dual piping bag, and that makes it so easy. We're gonna make them look so pretty, you guys, but not too pretty to eat, right? Okay, so here we go. They're going in the oven for 22 minutes. Okay, so let's check these out. Here we go. I wish you guys could smell them. Oh my gosh. All right, so to save us time, I already filled our piping bags. There is 2 bags here. They're connected as one. So I actually have cream cheese frosting in the one, and I have salted caramel in the other. Do you say caramel or caramel, right? All right, so we are just gonna do squeeze and do a little swirl. And get both colors in there. And then you can get so creative, you guys. You can add nuts on top. So like, what's your favorite? Would you add pecans? Would you add walnuts? So many different options. Just think how creative this could be for the holidays. The different colors you guys could do. Your favorite sports team. You guys could get so creative with your colors. How fun would that be? All right, let's check this out. Okay, can you see the different colors in there, you guys? Can you see that? Can you imagine the flavor? Yum. So I just have some walnuts here that I'm gonna top it with. But keep in mind, you could also drizzle like caramel on top of this. Oh my gosh, how delicious, right? So delicious. I'm only gonna do a couple so you can see. Well, let's just, why not finish it? My guys love the nuts on top, so, and they get to eat that when they come in tonight. Another perk of having their mom or wife as a Pampered Chef consultant because of all the food I'm trying all the time. So this amazing carrier, we can put it away, we can carry it to go. We're gonna put this right on top and it can just pop right out. And there you go, delicious, delicious. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to have one of these later tonight too. Okay, so I got a little creative. Let's see, we have a minute and a half left on our apple crisp. So before we get that out, let's check out some other really cool treats. So I made a couple other cupcakes just to show you guys. You can get creative with your little spiders or little ghosts in there. There are so many amazing options. We have our cute little cake tray here. You guys, how fun. You just put the little lines, dot a little Oreo on top, or you can dip a Nutter Butter in some white frosting. Let that cool, put your little eyes in there, some graham cracker crust on top. You can even make a little bat. How super simple is that? The kids would love it. Or you have the little spider web. You just have white frosting, a little chocolate swirl, take your toothpick through it. Super easy, right? And then how pretty to display on there. So let's see, 21 seconds. What do you guys think? Are you excited to see it? Let's get our oven mitts out here. So now it's just the Jeopardy music, right? Until the timer goes off. What do you guys think so far? Apple or pumpkin? What's your favorite? What do you guys think? Or both, right? We can't decide. All right. Check that out, you guys. Oh my gosh, seriously, we do need smell vision. You guys need to smell this. So the really cool thing about using the quick slice is you know that all your pieces are going to be done at the same time. You don't, if you're cutting it by hand, you don't know. One might be thicker than the other, so it might not be done, right? Okay, that is it, Michael. What do you think? Apple or pumpkin? What do you think, Michael?
That's a really tough question. I'm gonna go pumpkin, just because it feels a little more special to me to the season. Like I eat apples year round, but I don't eat pumpkin year round. So I'm gonna have a slight favor, but I'm absolutely not gonna say no to anything you hand me that's apple, just to be clear. So thank you so much, Karen. That was amazing. baking can be intimidating, and you have made it so approachable and easy. So thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. And we're going to hear from Karen a little bit more in just a little bit with some Q&A time. But before we do that, it's time for our giveaway. So let's see who is going home with something special tonight. Not really going home, in the mail. You know what I mean. So tonight we are giving away our Cinnamon Plus. Karen showed this to us earlier, and this can be used in so many different ways. Obviously in baking dishes as well, but you can use this cinnamon. It's a really high quality cinnamon in so many other ways. And we're going to give away 3 tonight. So I will be sending these out in the mail. And the winners of tonight are, let's find out. Tonight's winners are Tiffany Rollison, Mary Beth Soloy, sorry if I mispronounced your last name, and Ginger Nichols. Congratulations, Tiffany, Mary Beth, and Ginger. You are our winners tonight. I will be in touch with you after this to get your Cinnamon Plus in the mail. And congratulations. Now, you all saw a lot of great ideas tonight, a lot of great products, and we want to let you know there's a couple different ways that you can get some of these products. And the first way is to talk to your consultant. Your consultant can teach you all about the different ins and outs of all these. And also, we have a huge sale going on right now for the month of October. We got to see some of the stoneware products in action tonight with Karen, and our stoneware products are some of our most long-running iconic products. And for the entire month of October, all stoneware products and a bunch of key accessories that go with them, 34 products in total are in this sale, you can get for 25% off. So this is an amazing way to add some really long-lasting, durable, versatile products to your kitchen. Now, another way, if you are looking to get some of these products in your kitchen, is that you can host a party. And that's another thing you can talk to your consultant about, and you can get an even bigger discount. And for the rest of the month, we are doing special fundraiser parties for hurricane damage across the American Southeast. So if you want a way to give back as well as add some cool tools to your kitchen, host a fundraiser party. You can talk to your consultant to learn more about doing that. And the one other way that you can get some of these products in your hands is to become a consultant yourself. And we have been celebrating our 44th anniversary this year. We had a great party last week, and we have a special promotion going on, a massive discount on a launch kit for either $44 or 44% off some of the bigger launch kits. And this is an amazing way to get started as a consultant. So talk to your consultant to learn more about all of this. Now, speaking of talking to consultants, I want to talk to this consultant, and we're going to do a little more Q&A right now. So we have been taking your questions and doing our best to answer them while we can during the event, but we're going to save some questions for Karen right now. So let me pull up my Q&A and see what y'all want Karen to answer with. Okay, so first question said, you talked about a couple different kinds of apples. What's your personal favorite apple to bake with?
To bake with
Hmm.
would be the Granny Smith, because that is the best for baking.
Hmm.
But to just eat off of an apple, I like it really sweet then. So, but to bake with would be a Granny Smith.
Love it. And what kind of oil did you use on your stoneware?
That was just some vegetable oil, canola oil, kind of your pick, but this is just like an olive oil in here, just something to just kind of coat the pan just a little bit, but it's something you don't have to do.
Yeah. And actually that was another question, was why oil the liners? What's your reason for doing it?
Oh, for the liners. Yes. So
Hmm.
um I had never done that until I read this recipe, and what a game changer. It really comes out of your liners so much easier. Yeah, I mean it doesn't stick as much. So that's the main point. It's you don't have to, but you might waste a little cupcake then. You want to get all
No,
the
sure.
cupcake, right?
We don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that. And was that also olive oil that you used?
Yes.
Cool. Another question here says, how do you count the 8-gram crackers? The whole square or the rectangle?
The whole line, the whole square,
Hmm. Okay.
like
Uh,
this. That's considered
that's
one.
one. That's one. Okay. Important units of measurement here. Let's see. And another question about those dual piping bags. Could you hold those up close to the camera again? Somebody wanted to see, how did those come together? How do you put them together?
Okay, so they are 2 bags, and I can actually unscrew the cap here, but they come in 2 pieces. This may be interesting to do while this is all in here, but you have your little tip, and here are your 2 pieces. So it's actually 2 bags, and they actually
Mm,
just fit together perfectly. And then you're going to put a tip on there, and you're going to screw this in.
got it. So it's threaded.
Yep.
Okay. That's great. Okay, last question about the food and the products, and then we'll turn to your questions about you as a consultant. But the last one is somebody wants to see the inside of that apple crisp. Would you be willing to grab a spoon or a little scoop and show us how that's looking on the inside?
I can totally do that.
I also want to see the inside of the apple crisp, just to be clear. Let's
You
see. Keep
that.
going.
Let me tip my feet
Ooh, yeah.
to be able to see it better in there. And the apples are done. They're super soft. It's scooped out really good. Can you guys
Oh
see
my
that?
gosh. Yeah, the crunch on that looks
Yum.
incredible. Love it. Okay, great. So thank you for that. And I want to ask you just a couple more questions. What an amazing story that you started 25 years ago. You didn't start 25 years ago, but you had your wedding registry 25 years ago, and that this would come full circle in your life. So in 4 years of doing this, I'm curious, in addition to income and products, what are some of the added benefits you have found? And is that different or the same from what you perceived Pampered Chef to be a long time ago?
So when I started, it was because I seen this amazing kit and I'm like, I want the air fryer, right? Who doesn't want an air fryer?
Hmm.
Well, I would use everything that was in that kit. So let's give this a try. I thought I'll have a couple parties, see what happens. Well, of course, then you can earn this amazing knife set. So I wanted the amazing knife set. And I had tried other direct sales, but this one was so amazing. The amount of support you get, the amount of community. Like, I have so many girls on my team that shared this link to join tonight, and they're all watching. So, hey, girls. So they've been so supportive. We just really help each other, and I just love the community there. And yes, the income has been nice. I've been able to save away over the years and buy my dream camper. So that was super awesome to do as well. But yes, I mean the girls, the guys too. I mean the amount of community has just been amazing and super fun. I love being in the kitchen now. Used to it was kind of like, yeah, this is okay, but I love it. I mean, who doesn't love this, right? You get to work with such amazing products. So
I love that. And how cool that you were able to, over time, work hard and save up and buy something like a camper that you had been saving up for, and that was possible because of the Pampered Chef. So that's amazing. Congrats on that. And 25 years, that's just over half of the time that Pampered Chef has been around, a brand of 44 years, backed by Berkshire Hathaway. So a rock solid, stable side hustle and for some people full-time hustle that can be so versatile and flexible. So you mentioned the air fryer. Are there any other products that you personally use with your family and really enjoy, kind of your go-tos?
so obviously the can opener and the knives, like my Santuco knife, like those 2 products, when we go somewhere else, like you have a house rental and they don't have good knives or a good can opener, you're like,
Mhm.
how do I do it without? So I have these products in my camper as well because I can't go without. I love them. But yes, I absolutely love the Brilliance line. That was a line that I had ordered or got through being a consultant, and I absolutely love the Brilliance line. They came out with a new bakeware line with the Brilliance products, so that is awesome. I do have one favorite product that I have to share. So
Please.
my family, this is my go-to. And since stoneware is on sale, I had to show this beauty. My family loves breakfast pizza. I use it for this. Also the nachos. And I love to make a giant cookie on here. They love that too. So this is my go-to. This comes out weekly for sure. So that's another favorite product.
That it always blows people's minds, like friends and family, when I tell them that I use my pizza stone for pretty much everything but pizza. I don't even really make pizza. Like tonight, I put some asparagus on there and just a little oil, a little salt, laid them all out perfectly, cooked them amazingly. So yeah, the stoneware is so versatile in that way. Breakfast pizza, that's awesome. Um, last question of the night, Karen. And the one other thing that a lot of our consultants appreciate is flexibility, the ability to have some freedom with your schedule and kind of work on your own terms. I'm curious, in your life, what does the flexibility that comes with being a consultant mean for you? What does that look like in your life, and what does that do for you?
Right. So that's huge. So, like I said, my husband is a farmer, and when he is available, I want to be available because farming is a very busy job. And if he's available, I don't want to be stuck working somewhere. I can take this anywhere I go, I can plan ahead, and I can take off with him and not have to worry that I have to go to work somewhere.
Mhm.
Like I said, we do go to the lake with our camper. We love that. If he's able to go, I can take this with me. I can do my business from my phone. It's just so great to be able to have that flexibility and not be tied down and tell him, I'm sorry, I can't go. I have to work. So,
Mhm.
so that's pretty awesome. I love it.
That's awesome. That's so great. Well, thank you so much, Karen. Thank you for sharing all this with us, and thank you for yeah, making something uh, that can be intimidating very accessible. So thank you again. So if any of you are interested in learning about being a consultant, talk to your own consultant, or you can visit the Be a Consultant page on our website, and make sure to look for the lookbook there that talks a little bit more about the details in our income disclosure statement. And thank you all for joining us tonight. And we hope that you will join us the same time next week with Joy, as she'll be showing us how to build your own chili board and make an easy hot apple cider. It's going to be really cozy and warm. It's going to be great. So make sure you register and join us for that next Tuesday. So thank you again, Karen. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you later.